Mike Chastain is back, the head coach at Jones County, now in his third season, 2 very good years in a row for him to start his tenure in Gray with 2 state semifinals appearances. This year, coach, you've got 5 starters back on offense. You've got a senior quarterback in John Allen Richter who did very well for you last year. You lost some pretty good skill players. Andrew Carter, a great player. Malik Wooten, a great wide receiver as well. Um, so let's take that dynamic now. You've got a good quarterback coming back. You probably have to find some skill players. What's your situation up front? Just let us know about your offense first.
All right. Up front on offense, we're very young up front, but I think we have some really, really talented players up front that can step in and do a good job. We have we're going to start a sophomore probably at left tackle. He's Derek Cleveland. He's done a really good job this year for us. Matt Adams, who we lost last year, his younger brother is Mac Adams, and he's a big guy that can do a lot of good things. And then the right side, you have a right tackle, Khalid Muhammad, who's going to do a good job for us. I really feel that way. And then we have several other guys that can mix in and do a bunch of good things with us, with Austin Hanks and Chris Bonner and Lando Goolsby. Those guys right there, I think, do a really good job for us. All of them are not just overly big guys. Mac Adams is a big guy. Derek Cleveland's going to be a huge guy one day. He's only a 10th grader. But the rest of the guys are just really good size, good offensive linemen, high school offensive lineman type guys. And I think they're all young and could blossom into college type players one day, but I feel good about that group. They're working hard and they're smart guys, and excited about that group. And they're definitely anchored by Grayson Duggar, who come back, and he's a very, very, very strong, really good high school offensive lineman. He's only 5'11". He's going to go to Georgia Tech and probably be my boss one day somewhere. I mean, he's unbelievable kid, and he's just extremely hard worker, and he does a good job leading those guys up front. At receiver, you said we lost Malik Wooten. Zion Reagans, who was a freshman last year, started every game for us. Won the 100 and 200 in the state as a freshman, as a speed guy. But in that 10th grade class, we have four we feel like four really good receivers, and then that have a good chance of having breakout years and being pretty good one day. And then we also have Tucker Mix, who came back from last year, who started every game for us, and Ed Chester, who played a lot of ball for us last year. So we feel good about our skill guys coming back.
All right, on defense, you lost Dion Richardson, good player for you, linebacker. You bring back your entire secondary, though. You're going to rely on your speed back there to lead you on defense?
No doubt. Like we said, Bonds had a really good offseason. He's picked up an Ole Miss offer and several other little small mid-majors. You got Tay Whipple, who's a undersized corner that people try all the time, and he's just been phenomenal. He's going to be a 3-year starter. Kenny Wooten's also a 3-year starter for us. And then Connor Bass is a guy that's started every game for us last year at safety and did a phenomenal job. He's also our backup quarterback. He does a really good job there as well. We feel really good about our secondary. We feel like those guys are the strength of our defense.
First game on the 20th of August on the first Friday with Northeast in Gray. Coach, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Good luck to you again this year.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Coach's Corner with Mike Chastain, the head coach of the Jones County Greyhounds. Third season. I don't know if you could have done much better than the first 2 years when you went all the way to the state semifinals. Of course, I guess you could have won the championship both years, but still, Coach, just an unbelievable run here the last 2 seasons for you in Gray.
Yes, we've been very fortunate to have a lot of really good players, and to be able to inherit a really good program that was already established, and being able just to build off of what things that the traditions and the little things that they had going in Jones County before I got here. So I think that's there. I know we said that last year, we said it the first year and all that kind of stuff, but there's a lot to that when you can take something that's already pretty good and mix another little thing of good stuff in with it, and it works out sometimes where you get double good, you know. I mean, so it's been a blessing, and we got a lot of really good guys to choose from and work with, and football is very important. So that's huge here.
You said something to me before we went on the air that I want to share with everyone, and it's very unusual. You said that I don't know if this team's going to go 500 or 15-0. Now, I've been doing these interviews for a long time, Coach. I don't think I've ever had anybody say that before, but I want to ask you if that is almost a reflection of what this program in Gray at Jones County has become, in that your expectations are higher. You know you've got talent. You may have to wait a little bit to see what it is, but I mean that's kind of an exciting feeling to know that, hey, we're not sure what we're going to be, but we could be really, really good.
And I'm gonna tell you, I know that's a lot of people don't say that, but that's really how I feel. And I don't know, I've heard a whole lot of other coaches on staff say that, or anybody else say that, and I hadn't heard a lot of people say that period over the years, but myself, but I do feel that way. I feel like we are a young enough team, and that could easily mess around and make some bad mistakes and lose some games that we probably shouldn't lose. And then I also think we're good enough and talent wise, even though we're not. I don't think we're just loaded with a bunch of SEC type players, Power 5 type players, but we have a bunch of really good ball players that can play, you know, on the next level at a lot of positions, and I think it's just a good team. It just depends on how our chemistry kind of comes together, and you know, mixing all that together with a senior group of DBs and a senior quarterback coming back, and a senior center. Those are a lot of key positions that you got some good guys coming back in, and you mix that in with a bunch of young talent, man, things could be really good.
That's pretty good. And that's a pretty good story. All right. We're going to get more specific with Coach Chastain about the talent that he has and what's to come for the 2021 season for Jones County in our next report.